Hey, it's Doc, and not too long ago, I met my friend Weil. He's the owner of Soundstation and Security. He brought me down there for a tour. I was so impressed. And I said, Weil, we've got to video this. We got to show people the kind of work you do. And he said, all right. So we went in the back and we found this truck. Now, the truck had been in for a couple days, so the power amp had already been installed behind the back seat. But then we walked across the shop and we ran into Eric, who was doing some custom work on this project. Take a listen. Okay, so this audio is actually really hard to hear, but I'll leave it on in the background and maybe you can catch a little bit of the conversation. But basically, I didn't know what Eric was doing. I was just taking a tour of Weil's shop. And so I walked in here and started asking questions about this piece of box or wood or whatever you want to call it. I said, what are you working on here? And he informed me that this particular subwoofer that he's building here is going to go in the truck that we had just seen out on the shop floor. So I wanted, of course, out of my curiosity, to find out, well, how do you do that? How do you build this kind of a box? And that's when Eric started to tell me about this project. First of all, he does at least one project a week. Yeah, a week. This is a week's worth of work. I was totally blown away. And he takes and measures the project, like in this case, it's the truck. That right there is the front of the subwoofer that's going to go in that truck. So that'll face the front of the cab underneath the seat. We'll show that to you a little bit later when we get to the finished project. But Eric was telling me that this is a design stage. You start with a piece of paper or an idea, you sketch it out, and then the next thing you do is you build these templates here. And that's what he's showing me here, is the templates for this particular box that helped him build this box. So there's 70 pieces of material inside of this box to make it exactly correct. For instance, this one here is the one that built this larger part of the spine. And you can see the different configuration of the boxes there because it's got to fit exactly right inside of the cab of that truck. He's going to turn it around here and show that he had to actually create these little notches here to make sure that it adheres to what is inside of that truck underneath the seat. So that's like amazing, because when you think about it, this box, not just a box that goes under the seat, that would be hard enough, but it also has to be acoustically perfect. So the design stage is not just about fitting the box inside of the truck, but it's also making the most amazing sound on the planet, which Soundstation and Security is famous for. Eric was showing off, of course, a little bit, so he walks me out on the showroom floor, or I guess it's the workroom floor, where we saw the truck initially, and he's showing me here the ends of the box, and that's when I realized, oh, wait a minute, this is acrylic glass. This is going to be a see-through box, and he's showing me here that this particular piece of acrylic was backlit. So the box is also going to be lit up. And this is the finishing piece that he's showing me there. And Eric, as creative as he is and proud of his work, and he should be, by golly, it's amazing work, let me know that this particular project was for a football player. And so what he had done is gone the extra mile, as he always does, and designed the player's number. And it's going to be inside of the acrylic glass. He's going to show you here in just a second where that number would go. So it'll be a lit up box with his number inside of it, inside of that truck, creating amazing sound for the cattle, I guess, because this is a ranch vehicle. So it goes in that truck right there. And this is just another example of the amazing work that goes on at Soundstation and Security. Let's check out the finished product. Yeah, so it took 1 week to do that. We did. We came back a week later, and here it is in the bottom part of that truck underneath the seat. You see it? That's the box right there. As I zoom in closer, you can see how clean and pristine that plexiglass is. You can see the reflection of me actually shooting the box. That's that box with 70 pieces of stuff in it. Then I had him turn it on. Listen. Of course, my little Android microphone doesn't do it justice. It's a ranch truck, and I guarantee you those cows are scared. Look at that. That is amazing work. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. We're going to keep doing this, checking out the projects at Soundstation and Security and my friend Weil. It's just amazing.